What is up, gang? Shep Ryan here with Beaumont, and today I'm going to be walking through a handful of immersive music websites that I think are pretty cool. Disclaimer, one of them is my own, and there are two other options. One is an Amazon Music collaboration with a band called the 1975. The next one is a website for Jayla Darden, done by my peers at Integral Studio. I think Jayla is signed to Keep Cool Records, and they do some really neat digital stuff. And then lastly is Doom's World, my tribute to the late, great MF Doom. So we're going to start by jumping into the Mindshower Experience. If you haven't checked out any of our content before, it's a great resource for learning the ins and outs and opportunities of marketing with immersive media and emerging creative tech. There's this whole new paradigm of creating campaigns that are more like interactive stories and experiences than ads that sort of fly by you, right? They're like shouty internet ads. That's not the way. There is a better way, and this is it. So let's jump into this Mindshower Experience. I'm going to click enter here, and let's explore this space. So I think the instructions here are to click to move, right? So you see I've got my cursor on the floor. Obviously we have some hotspots here that pop up as we're looking around. Click and drag. And on mobile, I would assume it's just, swipe and drag to explore. Sometimes on a mobile version of this website, you get a little pop-up in the top right corner that invites you to activate your gyroscope. I don't think they went with that for this. So let's start moving around. Click. Cool. Let's see what these magazines are over here. Sorry, I'm going to click this one. Read magazines. So cool. Within this immersive experience, we've got kind of another, like a chapter of this narrative. I'm assuming these are like the band members or the creators involved with this. So I'm going to click Tobias Rylander. And how cool is this? It opens up a little journal pop-up that is kind of like a magazine. So within this immersive media experience, there is something that's more like a traditional print media experience. And you can see that they've thoughtfully put this together as part of this overall, virtual website experience, providing some more clarification on, whatever's going on here. It looks like it's about stage design. And each one of these is its own little media experience. Different styles. It's obvious that they've put a lot of effort into translating, their creative aesthetic into this experience. So let's see what else we've got in here. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have a computer. Oh, cool. We got to watch a video. Nice. Oh, cool. So it just plays right here in line on the site. Love it. It's sort of simulating that you are here and you're present in this actual space. I click it again and it closes. And then lastly, I thought one of the coolest pieces of this experience is that there is this fake, like this is so meta, we're browsing a fake website browser in a virtual experience inside of a website browser. So this is just going to be more and more happening as we create these layered, like Russian doll, small one, bigger one, these layered experiences for fans to dig into. I'm logged in as Matthew, apparently. I don't know who Matthew is, but let's go ahead and click create here and see what they've got for us. Nice. So within this relatively unfamiliar interface, we have what looks like, some kind of Mac desktop. Let's click merch. Cool. So we got a pop-up. What else do we have here? T-shirt templates. Neat. So it downloads a template for me that I can then go and make my own artwork with. Obviously, like all of these are downloading stuff to my computer. I think it might be nice if they had an alert here that's telling me it's going to do that, because that was a 200 megabyte file that just downloaded onto my computer. Let's see what we have in marketing. ACF out now, ad inspo. I see. Very cool. So obviously doing that has sent us back to the very beginning of this experience. Got to go back and navigate around. There's some weird little hiccups going on with the user experience, but obviously this is pretty cool. And I think this is a creative way to engage users with user-generated content. It's certainly a fresh concept, and I don't feel like I've seen anything like this before. And I think that is about it for this experience. I saw there was a hotspot here. Share your creations. Boom. So this is where you can potentially upload what you've made with what you download from the computer. Choose file, right? Check that you're down for email marketing, and voila. So that is Mindshower.ai. Thought this one was pretty cool, and even though it's a little maybe restrained in terms of the aesthetic of what's going on in the space, the activities and the experience that you're able to do as a fan feels really cool. So I think that's a nice standout piece of the 1975's campaign for this album and this partnership with Amazon. Up next, let's hop into JaylaDarden.com. I believe that this site was developed by my peer Meg at Integral Studio. They're based in Los Angeles, and they also do cool immersive website work. Let's explore this site a little bit, because I think this is a great happy medium between immersive web experience and familiar user experience. Obviously, when you go to an artist's website, usually you just have the 4 big buckets of music, listen to their music, merch, buy their merch, tour, buy a ticket to the tour. And in this one, they have an archive, which is really just, I believe, a set of media, so photos and stuff. And then we obviously have this plus symbol, which pops open a social sharing, follow dialogue, email sign up. So if we click music here, it opens up a modal card over the immersive background. Even though we can't see it, the background's probably still moving with my mouse. But this is a neat way to connect her album art here with the web experience. So obviously, this is some representation of Jayla Darden's creative space. And fans through this website are right here. In that photo, Jayla was just sitting right here. Let's look at merch. We don't have merch, coming soon. Let's look at tour. We don't have tour, coming soon, thank you COVID. However, the archive is another neat, kind of just like the Mindshower piece we were just looking at, another mock user interface of folders and stuff. So if I click into this one, it loads us up a little file explorer, and then we can go through and look at this stuff with Jayla. So very cool. This site is a little bit more on the, although not technically simple side, conceptually simple side, right? We're connecting the dots between the album art, Jayla's album art, and her digital experience, right? This poster right here is in this literal room. So it's easy to see how fans can check this out and feel more connected to what she's doing and the aesthetic that she's choosing, because she's giving them a chance to be in it themselves. Neat. So that's JaylaDarden.com. Lastly, we're going to look at The Temple of Doom, which is a Shep Bryan piece. Woohoo! Thank you. And I am a huge MF Doom fan, so when I heard of MF Doom's passing, I was super bent up about it. I've pretty much not stopped listening to MF Doom since the start of the year. Nothing new there, though. I figured, for Doom's discography, he rapped under so many different names and collaborations and aliases that if you're a new fan, and even for old fans, if you're looking into Doom's discography on a DSP, a digital streaming platform like Spotify or Apple Music, if you're under MF Doom's name, you're only going to see albums that are literally done by MF Doom. But what about albums like, Victor Vaughn, right? What about Danger Doom? What about JJ Doom? What about Doom's previous act before he was MF Doom, KMD with his brother? What about King Ghidorah? I mean, seriously, Doom rapped under so many different names. I kind of wanted to create an immersive experience where people could connect with the music. So if we, click a play button here, it pops open the Spotify player with this particular album. And then we've got lyric sheets for some of my favorite tracks. This is a much more engaging way to connect people with the catalog of an artist. In here I'm bringing together Spotify playlists, the Wikipedia article, lyric sheets, and it's all here for you to explore. And I think it's a little more impactful when you're looking at it visually like this, in terms of spatial information, than just reading it on a Wikipedia page. So this one was fun to make, using all of Doom's album art and creating this space that I think any fan, old and new, would have fun exploring. It's got some Easter eggs in it, like the photo shoot for the Mad Villainy cover. Right, so this is a little gallery of close-ups on that contact sheet that we're looking at right here. And of course, Mad Villain. That's Doom and Madlib. They work together to make the album Mad Villainy, one of hip-hop's great albums. And so, yeah, from here, I don't think that there is much in the way of social connection with Doom here. Obviously, this is a fan concept by me, so there's really nothing connecting this out to Instagram. And part of that is because Doom's not really managing his social media anymore. So it's less important to bring that into the center of the actions for fans in this experience. Now, for a different artist who's really working on their socials, doing something like this, you definitely want that kind of thing. Here at the bottom, this Shep Did That link just connects to Instagram for me. So it's easy to see how you could set up an interface that's kind of like the Jayla Darden one here, where you can just have these little pop-up cards that overlay the experience and show you some other cool context to connect you back to what's actually going on in this space. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed exploring these 3 very different web experiences for music projects with me. I'll just quickly bounce back through these and explain a little bit of the technical process that's going on. In this one, in Doom's world, I designed this in After Effects. It is sort of simulating 3D, although I'm not really developing it in 3D with Unity or a game engine or anything like that. It's just kind of creative use of After Effects' and Photoshop's VR editing capabilities, which I have been working with since maybe 2016, 2017. In this Jayla Darden example, I think there's something going on here with WebGL or 3.js, which are both coding libraries, I guess you would call them, for building immersive web experiences. So you can kind of construct these spaces, render them without too much load time on the internet, and fans can kind of have this experience of interacting with an actual space versus a Temple of Doom site where you're just sort of at the center. You're basically viewing this whole site as if you were a floating ghost in the middle of this scene. You can't move around, but you can look around. In this one, you can look around, but you can't look around 360 degrees. However, the compromise is that the site reacts to your mouse movement, which is a great way to kind of drive some more additional engagement. Then in the Mindshower site, we have 6 degrees of freedom, although it's not like walking around with your WASD keys or your arrow keys, which some sites like this can do. However, that creates a little bit of more complications with coding this kind of experience. But this is an example of a space that you can really fully explore. So hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Mindshower.ai, jayladarden.com, dooms.world. These are concepts that are really exploring the future of music. So check them out, get inspired. If you're interested in learning more, you can always hit me up at Shep Bryan or at Hello Beaumond, and go out there and build the future of music. So cheers for now. Catch you on the next video. Peace.